Yo, yo, yo. What is up? Get in the car, F1 fans. It is me, Cole Herschel, I'm here with my boy Ian. We're here to discuss the best race of the year, Silverstone. Um, man, I don't really know where to begin. I mean, what an unbelievable race. Pass with a fantastic finish, which I'm happy about. Just throw it out there immediately. Carlos Sainz for his victory. Reading Bull falling under some trouble. I mean, man, I'll open up the floor, but what a race.
Oh yeah, best I've personally watched, best of the season.
For
Um,
sure.
Queen Lizzie's race. They showed up for it. They were racing like this was for the title. These boys are going off. Scary start that we'll have to address first.
Oh my,
Thank
I forgot.
thank the Lord that the Chinese prince survived that terrible accident on the very first turn. Yeah, I'm sure everybody saw it that watches F1. So basically, Latifi squeezes in the middle of Russell and Zhu, and then Gasly tries to do the same. George doesn't see him or something, turns slightly to the left. He gets clipped. George slides over, clips Zhu, sends him skidding across the
Upside
asphalt
down.
and the gravel upside down flips over the barrier into the catching fence, thankfully. And yeah, shout out the Halo.
That was just a really crazy sequence all the way through and through. You and me were watching it together. We saw in that first, 10 seconds of the race just a car go upside down flying into the right hand side and right into the gravel. I mean, that dude, I mean, especially from that angle, just, live, fast speed, whatever, that dude had to be going well over 100 upside down
Yeah.
into the barriers. I mean, I saw a tweet today just of like the indentation in the track that the car had left, like scraping like that. And it was like, I mean, it was a solid couple inches just ripped out of concrete, the concrete ground. I mean, God, thank God for the Halo. Really glad he's okay. And really interesting to see the way they handled it too, like not showing us replays at all until they were 100% sure he was okay.
Yeah, they would mention him, but there was not a single shot of where he had even wrecked
Yeah.
until the call came in that he's alive. So yeah, then because there was like an hour delay when we were watching it, and you know, a lot was going on, but confirmed he was alive, and then they respectfully showed what happened. But yeah, so that turn one eliminated like three drivers off the bat. I think Gasly, actually, okay, Albon for sure. Oh, it was Albon, Russell, and Zhu, of course, because Albon had to slow down. Vettel didn't react fast enough, so he like sent him into the right wall, and yeah, Albon's car was like split in half, but like the whole like wing structure was just off his car. Um, yeah, so then like an hour later, we got the restart. Signs had a way better start than when the race initially started. He got dusted by Max the first time, but then he
He did, man. But it was weird because I feel like he had a pretty good start too. I guess Max just had an even better one, but
well
yeah, as you were
whatever
saying,
what
restart helped,
yeah,
man.
whatever the paddock told him, he focused much harder and didn't give up his lead. And then yeah, we're like yeah, we're kind of summarizing it, but the race was so good.
Yeah.
Um,
I
wh-
mean, why not? I mean, it was just a ridiculously good race. I mean, like we have to mention, the safety car happens when Ocon's car dies. Probably, I think it was like 12 laps, 10 laps, something like that left. And I mean, we had the best racing I've ever seen for
yeah.
sure.
So
Um,
on the restart, it was pretty tame. but you had like the top four kind of going at it, like Max, Carlos, Charles, Sergio, and yeah, it ended up being like Max was able to take the lead off of like a signs mistake, and then he ran over like some curb or carbon or something.
Oh,
I don't
did
know.
you see the picture?
I
There's a
didn't.
picture. There's a picture out of him like sitting in the paddock smiling, holding it. I mean, it was a huge chunk of someone's car just inside of his car.
Dang.
The fact that he was able to get seventh with that piece in there was crazy, and I'd tell everyone to look up that picture if they can find it. Um,
Not surprising with all the debris that must have
no,
been
but
scattered
still,
around on this
it was
track.
a big chunk. I'm surprised they didn't like see it or something during a pit stop. I wonder what the rules are on that. Probably pretty dangerous to stick your hand in a car that's been driving
Yeah.
super fast, probably super hot in there. Uh,
So his
we got to
car's
talk.
damaged, and then yeah, like the it's like a Ferrari lead. Oh yeah, Sergio had front wing damage, so you know we'll talk about him eventually, but he was last because he had to get his wing change, and then yeah we get the Ocon failure safety car on like lap 40 or something, and then that's when the race was made,
Yeah,
solidified as the
yep,
best of the season.
yep. I mean, we just had who was it? Was Sergio, Charles, Hamilton,
Signs.
Norris.
Alonso is like kind of in
I'm
there.
just thinking of that, like, yeah, that group that was just fighting. I mean, yeah, the front fight was cool, kinda. I mean, I feel like Sainz just kind of put the moves on. The Ferrari side by side for a moment was insane. That was pretty damn cool. Uh, but that, I mean, just my favorite move of the day was definitely the little when it was Charles and Sergio, I think, just fighting it out, duking it out, and Hamilton just makes that little sly move and just undercuts both of them. That was the cleanest move I've ever seen by far, and just such a sly move from such a sick driver. And I said it during the race, but it's cool to see Lewis having to race rather than be at the very very front because I think people stupidly were questioning his, you know,
Hmm.
how great he
Yeah.
is. But come on, I mean that was a vet move, just taking what it was given. I mean, what a fantastic move and crazy racing out of that man too.
Well, it just kept being like, when is it over? Because like someone would overtake, and then they get overtaken again, and you're just like, oh, well, like when's it going to, like when's it gonna end? And just like
Yep.
calm down, because I'm saying they were racing like this was for the title or something. They were going
Yeah,
hard. It was
they were going so
mainly,
hard. I
it
can't believe
was
there was no wrecks. I have to say it. I mean, what
yeah, not a
incre
single
didn't even
collision.
touch each other. Yeah, not even just a touch, a tire touch or something. No, it was amazing.
Yeah, the big three was between Sergio Charles and no, Sergio Charles and Hamilton. Uh, and yeah, Charles some wing damage, not enough to like get his wing changed, and then he also had the oldest tires because he didn't pit during the safety car, whatever decision that was. But he was still so quick. Uh, Hamilton was on the softs. Dude, before the safety car as well, his like hards were warming up and he was rapid. He was closing the gap fast. And
He
then
was. Did Charles had wing damage too at the end there because he went four wide into that first turn like a madman
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and clipped off a little bit. That was crazy.
And then Perez, of course, went from 17th to second by the end of the race
Yeah.
because he's a maniac and a beast. And
God,
yeah,
you're right. You said it yesterday, but every driver, at least that we really like, seemed to do very, very well.
yeah,
Besides a few. I mean, and we gotta mention that little cheeky move, that little cheeky attempt by Mick to try to take Verstappen like at the last second, the last turn,
the
right
last
before the
turn,
last
yeah.
straight.
Max
That
said,
was
"Screw
funny.
you. This is my seventh."
Max was driving like he was gonna. I mean, Max was driving Mick Schumacher hard, man. He was not giving up that spot. dude was just like,
Most aggressive driver,
yeah, either
arguably.
you die or you, either you die or I die. What are we gonna do here?
I will wreck you for this seventh. I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah. He
uh,
straight up would.
and yeah, dude, Queen Lizzie's race. Um,
Did not disappoint. What a great Silverstone.
yeah. I think in total we had like five or six retirements, I believe. Um,
Yeah, five.
five. Yeah, it
Both
was.
Romeos, Russell, Albon, and then who was it? Ocon. Ocon at the very end. Yeah, man. We should
Con-
talk about the
Congrats to Mick, by the way. Now there's
true.
only one driver without a point. That would be the GOAT, Latifi,
Greatest of all
um,
time.
who
Keeping it up.
who naturally qualified in 10th, which is a surprise, and then you'd think he'd benefit from all the retirements and everything, but in Latifi fashion, he somehow drops out of the top 10. So there you go. Don't get too
Wow.
excited for
Can't
him.
wait to see what team signs him next year. It's gonna be awesome. That guy's career is so fun to watch.
Yeah, the god.
No, but for real, shout out to Mick. What a guy. But I guess we can talk about, what effects the this result has on the whole darn season, man. I mean, Perez really showed out again. I think Verstappen. We'll just start with Red Bull instead of Ferrari this time, I guess. Like, I mean, Verstappen definitely got very unlucky, but Perez really showed some grit, like we said, just coming back from all the way back there. And I don't know, man. I mean, it's taken me a while to think or believe, I guess, that Perez is that good, but he's that good, man. He's really that guy, and
Yeah,
I
agreed.
could definitely see some pressure coming in from Max. I just think and we saw it against Mick, like if you let Max get ahead of you, man, like he is a bit insane.
Yeah,
It's going to
here's
be really hard to overtake him because he's already fast, knows
mhm.
how to drive in clear air, and then if you get close, he'll try to kill you unless you're Charles, it seems. With Charles, he seemed to play nice, but he was not playing nice on with anyone else.
Yeah, here's my thing with Perez. I feel like if everything goes like how it's supposed to, Max wins
Yeah.
or like at least gets podium. But anytime there's like an even a little issue with Max during the race, like Sergio's gonna capitalize. I think I think Monaco is the only race where I think Perez just flat out raced better than him that weekend.
Yep.
But, considering it all, like Perez is still 34 points behind him. It's like awfully close. He is
Yeah.
just let me see. He's had one, two, three, four, five, six podiums, it looks like. Um yeah, I think that's correct, which is pretty darn impressive considering he's Red Bull 2.
Right. Right.
And then
Um,
yeah, Charles. Yeah, I said it to you the other or like last night, but it's like crazy that this man hasn't won a race since Australia.
I hadn't really thought about it like from that aspect, I guess, like saying out loud the last race we won. But God, Australia seems like it was a year ago, man.
Yeah.
Especially with all the crap I just did, man. Everything feels like a year ago, but good Lord.
Yeah, it felt like
I
an
mean,
eternity since we
it,
last watched the race.
yeah, I mean, honestly.
But
Man, but we got to shout out Carlos though while we're talking about Ferrari,
yeah,
man. I mean, really impressive stuff. I think he got lucky with the restart, like we said, and Max having a bad day, but that's what you need sometimes in Formula One. And I
he got
think,
lucky with both the safety
yeah,
car as well because without the safety car, they were going to let them fight. But then, like a lap later, they're like, "You're too slow. Charles is going ahead of you." And then he got the safety car kind of restart, and he was like, actually, I want to win the race," and he
yeah.
just drove so fast.
No, he certainly got very lucky, but either
That's what
way,
you
I
need.
hope I hope
Yeah.
it's a confidence boost and still a really good race to stay in the fight and stay up there and stay in contention. So good on you,
Yeah.
Mr. Carlos. Carlos is one of my favorite drivers for sure. So I was pretty low on him this year though. He hadn't had a great season, or I don't know.
Hmm.
He's in the best team, or he's in one of the best teams. You want to see him competing for the win more, and he's had a lot of disappointment. So glad to see him. Glad
Yeah,
to see him step
I'd
up.
I'd basically just say as far as like the title, Max is on 181 after that race in terms of points, but like everyone over 100, I would say is like in the hunt,
Yeah,
for sure. Because yeah, I mean, all it takes is one thing to happen, and then you can capitalize. And this is a long season. I think it's like the longest in history or something. It's like 23 races. Would have been 24 if Russia didn't get canceled. So we
right.
still have like I think it's like 12 or 13 races to go. A lot can happen.
A lot.
But
Um,
yeah.
we're running pretty long, but I guess we can just talk about Haas while we're running through the teams. Like, I don't have much to say other than like, let's go, keep it up, fire. That's the type of weekend we need. I like the bounce back mentality from Canada. Canada was mentally exhausting for anyone
Mhm.
who's a Haas enjoyer. So, thank you. Good shit. Keep going.
Mick said you want me to score my first point? I'll get you 4.
I got you, brother. I
I'll get
got you.
you
Yeah,
I'll get
Mick
you
was great.
4.
I loved seeing this stuff about Sebastian Vettel just being like super gassed up for Mick too. That dude was so hyped up. It's
Yup.
cool. Germans Germans staying together. I respect it.
All right. Well, there you have it. Best
Yep.
race of the season. Going to be
Watch the
pretty hard to
highlights if you
top.
didn't, or
Yep.
go watch the whole race, honestly. Maybe not the whole thing, but go watch those last 10 laps. You won't regret it, I promise.
Yep. All right.
Peace.
Bye.